Also, we're just assuming that they could walk out of the forest and not get themselves killed.
Yep.
If we never see those guys again, I'm just going to assume they're dead. Hey everybody, welcome back to another Stone Face Reactions. I'm Theta, this is Justin, and we are back with another episode of Mushoku Tensei. Before anything else, we have a comment from the Patreon, Kelvin, previously Kelvin Cawthon, from the episode The Value of a Life and The First Job. Not too sure where the thought of only a certain rank could take lost pet jobs came from. Any adventurer from rank D and below can take the lost pet jobs, which is why Rudy's brand new party could take the lost cat job. The other party kept their rank at D so they could continue taking lost pet jobs, so they could continue their easy money scheme. On the topic of if the other kidnappers were also killed, I honestly have no clue. I doubt Ghislaine would just kill captured people, so I'm going to assume she handed them in to the city guards and brought the main dude back to the manor because he was the mastermind behind it, so they wanted to deal with him personally? Or maybe just question him further. I mean, the point is moot since they're probably all dead now anyways. I can't see this world's justice system being lenient on kidnapping nobles. Regarding whether you can plan to improvise or not, I'm not even touching this one, lol. You guys argue about the stupidest shit sometimes. It's great. Any specific? There was like 3 points in there. Anyone you want to touch specifically?
Yes.
Yes, you can plan to improvise. I knew you'd see it like clearly.
That was my response to all three of those points.
Oh, so it was. You are agreeing that you can plan to improvise.
No.
You said yes was your agreement.
No, it was my agreement to Kelvin.
Yes, regarding whether you can plan to improvise or not.
Know that it was a dumb argument that Kelvin's not touching.
No, I'm going to edit that part out. Just for clarification, that's a joke. I'd never edit any of these statements. That would be a real bullshit thing if you like tuned into one of our videos once.
You know what?
And you're bouncing around like, yes, I totally agree with you.
I think what you're going to need to do is edit out the part where you said you're going to edit it out. That's the best course.
Well, then I'd have to edit out the whole conversation that we're now in the middle of.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Okay.
On the topic of other kidnappers were also killed, you're saying yes?
I completely agree with the idea of I don't think they're going to live after trying to kidnap nobles.
I guess my thing is that, again, Ghislaine jumped through the alleyway at the literal, almost speed of light, that like we had parallax around her. So I think anyone in the alley is dead.
She seems to have control over where she swings, though.
Yeah, but why would she, like, stay her blade on a kidnapper of the girl that she's meant to protect?
I don't know.
It's the same argument as saying that the justice system would kill them. It's like, okay, well, if they're dead anyway, why don't, just a little right here and we're done.
Because justice.
Less people that I have to transport. Less rope that I have to waste. And the party rank D and below can take lost pet jobs. Your answer was also yes?
Yeah, no, that was my understanding of it.
Yeah, I don't remember what my specific thought was in the moment. I was maybe thinking, the fact that they took a lost pet job already indicates that I was wildly wrong. I don't know. I think maybe I just lost my train of thought in the moment and said something stupid.
Well, I've never said anything stupid, so I don't know what that feels like.
Really? So you're certain that the principal of the school who trained students to kill lost spirits and specifically knows that this one cannot kill the main character brought the one that can't kill the main character into this class, into the field with all the students that are trained to kill lost spirits?
Yes.
I'm aware there was a third object in that sentence somewhere. I just cannot remember what it was.
100%.
All right. Well, that was again our comment from Kelvin. Um, I have a thought here, and it's not actually tied to the episode itself, so I'm going to go ahead and say it before we do your recap.
Oh yeah.
I just want to address an elephant in the room, hopefully before it ever comes up in any of the comments. This is really more like a point 0.5 reaction series. This is a conversation we've had separately before.
Hmm.
I've obviously seen up to where the last episode in the playlist left off, so most new commentary about the show is coming from Justin, while I point out stuff or make observations about things, sometimes incorrectly on purpose, sometimes incorrectly because I'm an idiot. My hands are kind of tied when it comes to talking about what struck me the first time, though, as that would be a guide to Justin's first viewing in an unintentional way. That and there has to be enough commentary happening to ensure we constitute our case for fair use, which I take care of as much as possible. So, until we get to the second core of the second season, remember that what this really is Justin's catch-up tour of Mushoku Tensei.
True. I'm running up behind. I'll get there, but it'll just take a little time.
Yeah, and until we get there, this is again mostly Justin's impression with weird, weird side commentary coming from me. All right, so how about you go ahead and recap the last episode for us?
Yes. So if I recall correctly, last episode was where we arrived at the city. We covered our. It's not just demon. There's this. I can't remember the specific. A spurred. That's what it is. Our spurred friend in some green. Or no, it was blue.
Yeah,
It was blue to make it
because
look like he was from a specific village.
he's green naturally.
Yes. And they registered as a adventuring party known as the Dead End.
I don't know if it was to make him look like he's from a specific village, but I guess that is a good pickup that they came from a village full of blue-haired people,
Yeah.
and then they made his hair blue. I think they only made his hair blue because the algae was just blue. Like if it was red algae, he would be red-haired.
But they ended up taking some, looking at the jobs, seeing that they were all just low tier, boring stuff. I can't remember if they took one at first, but I know they went back and took the lost kitten job, which led to them finding like animals kidnapped, and it was basically like a money racketeering scheme. And they're now going to use the group of which was doing that to take higher ranked jobs and get more money.
Okay. So just three quick things.
Yeah.
One, do you know why they took that name?
I can't remember. I know it was important though.
It was Rougeard's nickname. They called him Dead End.
Ah, got it.
Oh shit, I'm already forgetting the other. I guess the other thing was just like a little minor correction. It's not that all the jobs were boring and they didn't take any. It's just that they're a new adventuring group, which means that they are low tier. So that's all that was available to them.
They're low tier, but they're trained above their tier, effectively, is what it is.
See, that is a weird point. Not weird because you're making it weird because of anime in general. The normal thing for an isekai is to be overpowered, like because it's a power fantasy sort of situation. So
Yeah.
you die in the real world, and the trade-off is you show up in another world, strongest thing ever. My favorite one of those, not my favorite one of those, but the one that comes to mind right now is, and I think it's literally called "I Want to Be Average" in the New World,
Yep.
because she's like super intelligent, super athletic, etc., and it put her off because she couldn't talk to normal people because they were intimidated by her. So her dream was to be average in the New World, and the gods that be made her average in regards to like bacteria and insects all the way up to gods, which means that the average between god and a bug is still pretty damn powerful.
That's fun.
So yeah, when you say that they're overtrained for it, I don't know that that's actually true. Obviously,
It
Rudy's
seems like
got super magical abilities and whatnot, but
in that case, it seems like the isekai standard is to be overtrained for the low tier of the game.
well, I believe what would normally happen is, like an Overlord, for example, is he just shows up and has to take like a lower rank, but then he just does goes out and like forces something to happen that the highest rank could only handle. So then he'll go handle it, and then they'll automatically give him a high rank thing.
Okay.
Versus, I can't tell if Rudy is higher level than other adventurers because we haven't seen other adventurers do stuff.
We also haven't seen other like kids
Yeah, I don't know
in
that
this
the
world.
well, well, no, we have. Remember, there was the one that picked on Sylvie and his two compatriots, Sylvie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then all the other kids that he like hid behind a wall because he had those flashback memories of being
I'm
tied to a fence.
I'm more mean we haven't seen what the standard what is the standard ability or power level for Rudy's age? We don't know that.
I would say that those kids that we saw around his village probably were the standard, like
Which if that's the case,
farmer kids.
if that's the case, then he's overpowered.
Well, then again, are the people that were doing the lost pets thing kids? Like,
No, but again, we've seen the magic that Rudy can do, and he is and he does train with weaponry. Like he's effectively had the equivalency of being a nepo baby of adventuring.
yeah. I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you on those aspects. He's certainly like spent his whole childhood learning magic, and then his dad is like high medium ranked in like every sword skill, and then he learned sword skill from a sword king.
Yeah,
So obviously, and then
and like
so did
even if his offensive abilities are low ranked when it comes to like melee fighting, his defense has to be off the charts.
right. I guess I just also don't know what high rank adventurers look like.
Mm.
Because all we saw was a room full of people that were just laughing at them. So maybe Rougeard would be like our example of a high ranking adventurer if we just.
Absolutely, he would.
Right. Okay, so they're high and middle rank adventurers then as children.
Which again plays in their favor, but also goes against them.
Yeah, because, if you put out, like, I want somebody to take care of this and a bunch of kids show up, it's like, this isn't a mystery. Take your talk and go home.
Exactly.
All right. Anything else you want to bring up?
No.
All right. Well, we also have a board to go through then. I don't. I know I brought that up typically the way we segue to the show, but we have a board. I think the majority of changes are down here on the bottom, where everybody in the city was.
Yeah.
I'm also realizing now that this guy's a brown insect, so the red lines that indicate he's dead are highly invisible on a zoom out.
Yeah.
Also, I didn't even see the red line that I put there on a zoom out. Sorry, I did this thing like immediately after we watched the show, so I kind of forgot what changes I made. One of the few boards that I was like immediate on. I think this and
Mm-hmm.
Jujutsu Kaisen are real easy to keep up with. Oh,
And
that is funny. I forgot his name was Gablin. You wouldn't
I
guess
like
what
it.
other show there's a character with a similar name.
Is it Macross?
Across 7, actually. We have a Gabble, we have a Giggle, we got a Grablin. There's a.
I'm sorry, Grablin?
Yep. He is a
Yo,
giant kaiju kind of monster with tentacles and a super beam
that's
weapon. He's called Grablin. And he
the
has got
worst.
like a furry guy that stands on him every so often that calls everything beautiful, called Gabble. Gabble and Grablin.
That's no. I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole.
Oh, it's very dumb. The amount of G names that all are like. But yeah, obviously I left these guys unnamed because they weren't named in the show yet, so I'm just kind of leaving that as mystery unknown. Oh yeah, that's right, and these two are still unnamed as per the show yet, so
Yep.
not ruining the mystery to keep names up. Anything you want to point out on here? Anything of interest?
No, it all seems the same. Like, it also not the same, but the additions make sense.
All right, well, I guess with that said, let's go ahead and join the show.
Let's do it.
But before we get started,
Make sure that you hit the like button.
hit that subscribe button.
Comment down below to feed that algorithm.
On top of all that, if you want to watch more shows like this, unfiltered,
Uncensored.
And uncut.
as well as some early access stuff,
You can check it out over on the Patreon.
It's just $5 a month, but hey, no pressure.
There's zero pressure in order to do that. It's just a little bit of extra support, and it would be greatly appreciated.
Hey, it's Roxy. Where do you think we are?
I don't think it's a flashback.
Of course not. She said Rudy's name.
Yeah. Oh, yep.
A list of the dead. It's a whole wall. Which one?
Now you're gonna find it.
あやつめ、あの魔法災害を生き抜きよったか、しぶといやつじゃ。
パウロだけはいっそのこと、違う世界へでも転移してほしかったですわ。
Hey, Paul, it's me.
パウロさんのお知り合いの方ですか？
なんですよ。
If only we could read the language. Never mind,
ゼ
there
リ
is.
スとリーリア、アイシャが行方不明だ。ノルンは俺が保護している。お前が現在どこ
I
にいるかは
believe
わから
that
ん。
is two members of our of the old
お前なら一人で
party.
もここにたどり着けると考えている。よって、お前の捜索は後回しにする。俺はミリス大陸へと行く。そこがゼニスの生まれた故郷だからだ。リーリアの故郷、実家にも伝言を残しておく。お前は中央大陸の北部を探せ。見つけたら下記まで連絡をくれ。リー
Yay.
リアも同様に連絡をくれ。また、俺や家族のことを知る人物、あるいは
Things of the Black Wolf.
元国老の騎馬メンバーへ捜索を手伝ってほ
I'm
しい。
guessing that's the adventuring
中に
guild.
は俺に思うところのあるやつもいるだろう。水に流せとは言わない。罵ってくれてもいい。靴を舐めろと言うなら舐めよう。財産は全て消えたので報酬は出せないが、頼む。俺の家族を探してくれ。連絡先、ミリス大陸、ミリス新生国首都ミリシオン、冒険者ギルド、パーティー名、ブエナ村民捜索隊、クラン名、フィットアリオ捜索団、パウロ・グレイラットより。
So think what ill you might of my boy Paul. He's looking for all the villagers and
今回の依頼は
his family members that went missing.
謎の魔物の調査です。
That makes sense.
Though oddly
水鉄線5枚
dedicated the letter specifically to Rudy.
実に美味しいです。謎の魔物って何よ？それがわからないから調査しに行くんですよ。強いのかしら？そうかもしれませんね。
We don't know.
早く会いたいわ。
まあ俺たちなら余裕で討伐できるだろう。これでしばらく金の心配とはおさらばだ。
That looks interesting.
I think I'd also like to point out that Roxy is the one that read that message. As far as we know, Rudy's never seen that message.
Correct.
誰かいるわ。いいね。すげえね。
いんぜい、ウシュライグザーラ。
Oh snap.
Look out, it's Ganondorf.
レレイさんはデッドエンド。
Look, it's bacon.
I don't see any cops.
こいつこの前の
ザゲウシュチェラーやてよにイシュバイナイインルワンザの
ゼケネス
ネイスレコハイジにハイピオイハイパンネイロ
ウシュコザザドラドルウヤンデオンザクセイジノヤシュマオアンジグシュファイワウシュドライブルーゼイネイウォジュワワイグザライギンゼイ
That's not how this is gonna work.
Pointedly, he's one of the guys on the board without a name.
Yep. This place is real spooky.
何だったの
I mean, it's real
どうも
dead.
依頼内容が被っていたみたいですね譲るのまさか早い者勝ちですよそうなら早く行きましょ
待てあの子供たちが心配だ手伝ってやろうリーラ後ろへからグソシボー
あまり一緒に行動するとスペルト族だってバレるかもしれませんよ
構わん
バレたらいろいろ
He wants to help him, man.
ならば見殺しにしろというのか
Don't become a threat to kids, Rudy.
Don't do it.
尾行していざという時に助けてあげるくらいならせっかく強い敵と戦えると思ったのにもう
Fight Rougeard.
うかつすぎる奴ら魔物に囲まれていることに気づいていないのか
さあまだです
なぜだ
まだピンチじゃありません
Big old spider.
助けるぞ
いやもうちょっと待って
どうせ助けるなら恩は高く売りつけるその方が評判も上がるってもんだギリギリのピンチを演出するんだ多少怪我を負っても治癒魔術がある俺の策は完璧だ
You say that, but then something's gonna happen.
I'm glad we laughed about Glablin when we could.
True. He's not goblin no more. Yo, that's a messed up snake.
It's like a world where I was running the tabletop game. Minus the good story, though.
シュアンズビ
レコ
I don't think that was the actual problem.
No, Rougeard said they're surrounded by monsters. Not
Yeah.
That's the monster.
なぜ止めた助けられたんだぞ
効率よく成果が出るはずだった
That's a problem.
そんな理由で子供を見殺したというのかふざけるな
俺だって一生懸命考えてウィンターハンザベグゼタイフッシュバイクスイン全員成功瞬時ドルサを
Not really, though.
イギンゼンヤジン
No.
ウィリンキンザレドル
ハンズ入るイン全員バーズ
No, you're
カ
both.
ンザに買いかばえウィ
ホンザリコーナースイチャーヘンゼシュワンゼウィウィシュバチワンゼヒウィビバーズコンザスイチャーインザラコファハンゼクセイコンザフシュコイコアユハイピョシュゼヘッケゼセ
Do better. That's to Rudy.
You know what they could do because of this?
Mixed groups.
I was gonna say trauma bond.
No, that's not a trauma bonding moment.
It's trauma, and they could bond.
It's true.
That'd be trauma bonding.
No, that's a different thing, you know?
But it is kind of Rui's fault. They
Yes.
did. I mean, they wandered into the forest, but they willingly followed them to help protect them. And Rudy's like, "No, wait, hold." Wow. Seriously, C-3PO'd that guy in the back.
Yeah.
Also, we're just assuming that they could walk out of the forest and not get themselves killed.
Yep.
If we never see those guys again, I'm just gonna assume they're dead.
As will I. This gonna be the actual problem.
Already dead people.
Okay.
Not to wait long enough, Sephiroth will come by and kill it.
Looks like we're dealing with a lot of pain.
Didn't do anything.
Well, he also missed.
No, I think he hit it. It just dissipated. I think the idea is that this is a Rougeard level threat.
Yeah, I see it.
Well, he actually cut into it. And if Rudy did hit it, it dissipated. And... see.
I think it might also matter the element that is used.
Ah, she did it that time. I was gonna say her first cut didn't do anything. What do I know?
That was the first stage of the fight. Now it's gonna be a weird humanoid snake dude that's like twice the size.
Well, I mean, if it's like Final Fantasy rules, then it's a bug. And then it's God.
Yeah. Bacon.
So out of the 6 other people you met that all took the same job, 4 of them died.
4 confirmed, possibly 6. None of your damn business. Okay. Oh snap.
Yowie yowie, I would rather
Yowie.
love so few lands こいつこの町に来てからなんでこうもやることなすこと悪い方向に転ぶんだとりあえず 金だけ払って
Because
様子を見て
you're around people who are gonna manipulate you.
仮に次の町に着いたとしても資格を奪われたら金を稼ぐ方法がなくなってしまう。ジャリルたちに全ての罪をなすりつけてしらばっくれることはもう無理そうだな。何か他に策はないか。もう考えるのも
How to deal with horse guy.
Yeah.
大丈夫ですよ。僕に任せてください。
Challenge him to a fight.
必ずこの子エリスをあの家に連れて帰る。そのためならいっそこの町ごと。
Not quite what you thought. Time for a villain arc.
That's fine with me.
たとえルイジェルと裏切ることになっても。
They truly terrified of him.
Well, yeah. Got a history.
Just a little bit.
殺しちゃダメです。レジェルドさん。
Why not? You were going to.
It's true.
The common cry of the soon dead.
絶好さネイス。クソとはうしく、いとけないわいわんてわろ。気配つ、あやばす。ジパンカンゼウシュドロイ。
You fucked around, and now you've found out.
Well, it's also indicating that Rudyard's not as dumb or slow as you might think he is. In that he
True.
was thinking exactly what Rudy was thinking, or figured out what Rudy was about to do. And did this before Rudy could do it.
Which Rudy should
Hey, they're
definitely
alive. There we
appreciate.
go. 4 out of 6.
純粋に。ザインズヒズワ成功。ウエロ。じゃ怖いは。
He's a myth, man. He's the boogeyman.
Essentially. I think they said that they get taught this as kids. Oh, come on, Eris. You about pissed yourself when you met him.
ルイジェルドさん。ルイジェルド、どこ？ルイジェルドさんってば。
Look, we both fucked up today.
True.
すまん。
なんで謝るんですか。謝るのはこっちの方です。依頼は効率のいい金稼ぎとか、あわよくばスペルト族の汚名返上とか、そんな自分の甘えた考えのせいで。
いや、お前はやれるだけのことをやってくれていたのだろう。悪いのは俺だ。お前があれこれ考えているのに気づいてやれなかった。しかし、さっきやっと分かった。あの時、お前が奴を殺そうとした時、覚悟が伝わった。お前は守ろうと必死なだけだったのだな。
I've got to get
Okay.
this girl home, he thought.
Yeah.
守るべきものがあるお前は戦士だ。すまなかった。
ルイジェルドさんにとって戦士って
I like how much bigger his fist is. Like,
何ですか？
it's the size of Rudy's head.
Yeah.
戦士は俺の誇りだ。戦士は子供を助け、仲間を大切にする。俺は戦士だ。おめえ返上はできなくても、お前らのことは必ず守り抜く。だからお前もスペルド族のことは考えず、守る者のことだけ考えろ。
誇り。
Oh, snap.
はい、ありがとうございます。でも
I might be crazy to say this. He's giving me death flags.
Which one?
Um, no,
だから報い
not
たい。
Rudy. Yeah,
Even though Rudy was the one talking.
ほどじゃありません。
Rougeard's giving me death flags. I don't know why.
じゃあ
That's not how warriors shake hands.
戦士なんて大層なもんじゃないし、
It is if you don't want to be disarmed.
ルイジェルドの言う誇りなんても
Fair enough.
正直よくわからない。でもなぜだろう。俺はルイジェルドに認められたことがとても嬉しかった。
Something bad's gonna happen soon.
I was literally watching something the other day. Shaved and bald. Watched something the other day where they were explaining it like it was an alien or something. And they shake and say, oh, we do this so you know you're not holding a weapon. And they like pull out their left hand, like I can still stab you with this hand. Like they... It's Farscape.
そうだ。
Cardago just puts his sword in his other hand to shake with his right hand.
I've never seen it.
それなら
It's like very
期待の
first
目も
season.
隠せますね。ねえねえ。お揃いね。
Yeah, now we can be ninjas.
Yeah.
Of the UN village.
They are the three ninjas.
Oh, be careful, they might strike back.
今回の失敗の原因だと思います。
Mhm.
この先もいろいろ問題が起きるでしょう。でもその時意見を互えて揉めないように、これからはみんなで話をしてどうするかを一緒に考えていきたいと思っています。そうね。それでは早速第1回デッドエンド作戦会議を始めたいと思います。
But you're gonna get nowhere. It's a dead end.
I point out this is the last episode of the first core of the first season.
Okay.
So, you know, from being isekai'd in the first episode to this in 11 episodes.
I think the pacing makes sense.
I think the thing that got me the first time is the amount of time spent in any one location isn't that long.
It's not. Yeah.
Well, you know, all her quick moves. Armor doesn't really suit her.
No, it doesn't. She's definitely a dexterity-based fighter.
But they all are. Or, I mean, especially Rudy.
I would put Rougeard as a strength-based fighter just having high dex as well.
Children and Warriors was the name of the episode. Post
Makes
credit.
sense. Okay.
It's like Roxy is sailing into port. Oh, they say season 2, huh? Huh, did I get it wrong? Is this the end of the first season? And this first season was only 11 episodes? In which case, man, we are zooming through Mushoku Tensei at a pace of
Yeah.
1 episode a week. Huh. I don't know. For some reason, I thought this was the last episode of the first core, not the last episode of the first season. Ooh, I got catch up to do, I guess. I mean, what are your thoughts while I double check this?
I liked it. It was a interesting way to cement them as a group. It also did answer the question of sort of like power scaling and who is powerful comparison to who and when. Also, I'm still getting death flags even though it ended the way it did, with showing Roxy and them coming. I think he's gonna sacrifice himself in order to get the Rudy and Eris to Roxy and those two people.
Also, yeah, there is a second core. I don't know what that see you in season 2 thing was. The second part of the first season is 12 episodes long itself, so, and then there is a second season on top of that.
Could it have been like a localization thing?
Dude, that I just read it wrong. Let me just go back like a second.
It said second season as far as from what I read.
Thank you for watching. Look forward to season 2. Well, maybe they're letting them know that they're started work on season 2 halfway through season 1. Could be that.
Maybe.
But yeah, also Roxy and gang sailing into the same port that we saw Rudy and gang walking up to from the outside.
There's going to be some trouble in town, and I think we're going to see Rougeard taken down by one of those mystery people.
One of the mystery people that you said were part of Paul's old group.
No. The mystery people that were introduced without names when the transport happened.
The Demon King, I believe that's what they called themselves, and the Dragon Guy.
Yes, one of those two.
Well, hopefully by next episode we'll have your replacement in the overlay.
Hell yeah.
So the next 3 cores will be you instead of somebody else as Rudy. Hell, hopefully it happens before the character you're depicted as shows up.
Hell yeah.
I mean, do you have any guesses who that might be? Because I've shown you the artwork as it's been progressing.
1 sec. No.
Cool wait period for no payoff.
Yep.
I was like, should I start talking now, or should I just keep the silence going so I can just maybe see that and edit it out?
I leave that up to you, but...
Well, silences are bad. If I was really thinking about
True.
this, I'd get Time Bolt, which is a great silence remover for video and podcast editing. But I don't want to pay for an extra thing.
Fair enough. No, but I think that was a very strong episode to end off the... I suppose that would be like an arc, but like it's... The arc would be the gathering of the first half of the party?
Well, no, there's been plenty of arcs. Rudy being introduced to the isekai world was like, what, 4 episodes? That's an arc?
Yep.
Rudy going to Roa, meeting Eris, and teaching everybody. I guess culminating in the kidnapping might have been an arc.
I would culminate that in the transport.
I don't know, because the kidnapping culminates. No, I'll just stop using the word culminate. The kidnapping goes from hostile Eris to friendly Eris. So that's at least a character's arc, if not.
In that case,
arc.
ended at the party?
Well, no, I would say from introduction to Roa to end of kidnapping. God, I don't know how many. Was that 1 episode or 2 episodes? I'm understanding now you're saying it's a bit short for an arc, but I think that was an
I
arc.
want to say 2.
Maybe it's a sub arc of just the Roa arc. Maybe that's a subplot line of the Roa arc, and then then we could say, okay, Roa arc is what you said, the teleporting.
Yep.
And then,
well, not even that. The Roa arc would end at the party, because really the teleporting would be the start of the arc that we just finished.
It's not specifically because the teleportation happens at the end of one episode, and then they're there at the start of the next episode. So, I think actually the party is the same episode as the teleporting, isn't it?
I don't think so.
I think they do the party at the beginning of the episode, and then they're like wandering out to a field to show or do something with Eris, and that's when the thing happens, because it's like very abrupt. It just happens.
You are correct.
So yeah, 3 arcs, say. The initial isekai part, the Roa part, and then the... Well, no. Now, my problem is I keep wanting to subdivide. I was going to say master-teacher arc. If we separate the part before Roa into 2 different arcs, which is the Roxy bit from the self-teaching introduction to world bit. You know there's like a wiki with everything already divided into arcs, and we're just like making up our own, which is fine. I just think it's funny because this is the thing that Kelvin's gonna guess on. So,
hell yeah.
But yeah. Yeah, I totally forgot at the beginning to do the Who's That Pokemon thing that I've literally created specifically for this with the little shadow puppets that... God, I think that was brought up in a conversation with Ghislaine?
Yes.
The first time I've not called her Ghislaine. I always threw an R in there for some reason. Anything else you want to add here at the very end?
Not really. I'm excited to see what comes next, but that's it.
Yeah, it's a good show.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, I guess that being said, I'm just going to wrap up here. Once again, I have been Theta. This has been Justin. We've been Stoneface Reactions, and we will catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stoneface Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video, what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?